Hey, it's good to see you today on Barlow BBQ. We're firing up the Weber Jumbo Joe once again for a quick video. We've got a couple pork chops. We're going to smoke those and finish them with a quick sear. We hope you stick around. Let's get started. Alright, we're going to jump right into today's cook. Here we've got 2 pork chops, and I put together a really easy homemade dry rub that goes great on pork. I'll have a recipe for it right down below in the description box if you want to check it out. So we're going to get both of these pork chops covered in this rub, and go ahead, flip them over, get the other side. You know the drill. Now once these are done, go ahead and put them in the fridge until it's time to cook. This is going to do a couple things. It's going to give time for that rub to set up, and that meat's going to start sweating a little bit, so you're going to have a little bit of moisture on the surface of the meat. And by being in the fridge, it's going to be cooler. And smoke loves to stick to cool, wet surfaces. Now it's time to get this Jumbo Joe fired up. I've got 8 charcoal briquettes right here in the Slow N Sear. I'm going to light those, and those are going to be ready in about 10 minutes from now. That batch of charcoal is ready, so now I'm adding a little bit of fresh unlit charcoal to the Slow N Sear, and this should be enough to get us through the cook. Today I'm going to use some apple wood because it goes great with pork. So I've got a big old chunk of that. Let's get the grill grate back on. Let's close this up and give it about 10 minutes to come up to temp. Grill temp is reading 234 degrees. That's good enough for me. Let's get these pork chops on. Now the internal temp of pork chops should be 145 degrees when done. Now since we are going to do a sear at the end, we don't want to smoke these all the way to that temp. We need to leave a little bit of leeway at the end. So let's get these covered up, and I'll see you back here in a little bit. The pork chops have been on for 30 minutes. Let's open this up and check temps. I've got a handy dandy digital thermometer here, and we're going to insert that into the thickest part of the chop and see what it's reading. And this is looking like, okay, about 113 degrees. And let's check the other one, same way. And this one is reading just off camera. We're looking at 109 degrees. Close this up. Let me go ahead and flip these so we get even cooking on both sides. And they don't really need too much longer before it's time to sear. So let's give these another 20 minutes. We'll check temps and take it from there. It's been 20 minutes, so total cooking time now has been 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and check temps. Back with my handy dandy digital thermometer. This chop is reading 131 just off camera. And this one here, 127. So it's a perfect time to do a quick sear. But before we do that, I've got a little surprise. We're going to add just a touch of glaze to these before we do our sear. This is a mixture of some mustard, honey, and hot sauce. Nothing fancy, folks, just a nice little layer flavor. The chops are glazed up and ready to sear. Now that charcoal I added at the beginning has held through the cook and has provided just enough heat for the sear. It's not too hot, because with that honey in the glaze, if it's too hot, man, that's just going to burn those right up. Let's go ahead and get this other side coated with the glaze, and we're going to be ready to flip in just a minute. It's been just a minute. Let's see how the sear is doing. Oh yeah, that's looking real nice on that side. And this one, just a little bit of burnt crispiness there, but that's not too bad. I can handle that. So all they really need is just another moment on this side. And here we go. Let's see how they're looking. Oh yeah, there we go. Folks, this one is done. I'm going to go ahead and set that to the side. We can let these rest just for a minute. Let's check out this one. Yeah, that looks good too. All right, folks, I'm excited to try these out. Like I said, we'll just give these a rest for about a few minutes, and I'll see you soon. All right, folks, there you got it. A couple pork chops ready for a taste test. How you doing, sweetie?
Pretty swell, even sweller now.
Glad you could join us today.
Me
All right,
too.
We've got a couple bites ready to go. Let's try this out. That was real good. What do you think?
I think that was great. I really like how easy it was to make this,
Yep.
and then it just made itself in that little tiny grill.
That Weber Jumbo Joe, we've been really loving cooking on that thing for the last few weeks since we bought it. If you don't have one, and you're thinking, I've got a Weber kettle, I don't need a Jumbo Joe. Listen, you don't need it. You don't think you need it until you've got it, and then you're like, what have I been doing all my life without this thing?
It's so easy.
It's so easy to cook up, especially if it's just, for a couple folks. Super easy. We really encourage you to go check out a Jumbo Joe if you don't have one already. And if you do have one, you know what we're talking about. These pork chops are awesome. I did slightly overcook them a little bit, but no complaints. Flavor-wise is great. That little glaze with the mustard. Habanero goes great with pork.
That's a very important step. Don't forget the habanero.
Nice smoky flavor to those. And, I'm really happy. I'm impressed with that Slow N Sear as well that ABC Barbecue sent us for that Jumbo Joe. That thing held up great, held great temperatures throughout this cook. I'm going to shut up now and let you guys get on with your day. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us. And we're going to say until next time, smoke them if you got them.
That's right.
See ya.